Okay, hello hard droppers. Today we will be watching kennyboy2 versus MicroBlizz in the TTO3 match, top 16, right? Anyways, I am Jixu, and I'm here with Johnny147 and Morning P, who will be
Right.
co-commentating with me.
Hello.
Johnny, why don't you introduce these players?
Okay. Well, first we have MicroBlizz, and I think most people know him from his what was he second fastest Tetris player in the world?
Yep.
Yeah, he's super fast.
Yeah, with a record of like 20.68 seconds or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Did,
I don't know.
did he? I thought he broke 20 seconds these days.
Did he?
He
I
might
thought
have.
that I don't know. I thought that's only Kiro, but
And we also have Kenneth, who is equally fast, but not as fast, obviously. Ooh, look at his misdrops. They do not
yeah,
look fun.
no.
MicroBlizz is actually surprisingly very, very good at timing. I'm sure you noticed this as well when you were playing him, but I was very surprised. I thought he was just a speed demon that just basically went as fast as he could. But I
I
was
think
really surprised to find that he actually focused a lot on timing and, when to send his attacks as well.
yeah. I think when he first started, he was really just a speed demon, but as he got more experience, he learned how to time better, and now he's really good at timing.
Mm-hmm. Kenneth, on the other hand, I know focuses a lot on combos as well as 7-2 stacking, is it called?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really good with it. 7-2 stacking. He's like one of the best. He's one of the few people on the leaderboard right now who is able to make a high score just from 7-2 stacking. And so, if you're able to 7-2 stack like that, that means that you have a really high output right now. And you don't see that a lot with mid game play, but for an opener, that makes a very strong opener.
Wait, the leaderboard for what?
for
Oh,
Ultra, right?
ultra.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ultra.
Mhm.
He's like one
Awesome.
of not many players that's on the leaderboard right now for that isn't ST stacking.
Hmm.
That's right. It's kind of rare.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay, so looks like
I, don't,
Micro took that match. What is the make the score?
I think it's 1-0. I'm not sure if they're doing any warm ups.
I don't think they are. I think this is the real match. So it's 1-0.
Okay.
And I'm the host for some reason.
Oh, are you really?
I became the host. I don't know why.
Make sure to give them enough time.
I'm seeing a lot of misdrops from both players.
Wow, I'm really surprised that MicroBlitz won that. If you saw that, he did like 2 soft drops at the end, so he
I
must
saw
have
it,
sent
yeah.
enough garbage before.
Seems like both of them had misdrops at the beginning. I feel like they're a little nervous, so hopefully they get over that as the match progresses.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
start
before
with
the
T-Spins. Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, when me and MicroBlizz were practicing before this match started, I made him do some jumping jacks to get rid of some of his nerves.
Well, hopefully it worked. Oh, that was a very successful 4 wide by Kenneth.
Uh,
He utilizes combos very effectively. I think he was going to start with a T-spin over there, but he switched over to a 4 wide.
Yeah,
And
look at
obviously it was very.
the second game so far, this match that he's opened with the 4 wide, and that's I don't know. That seems like a pretty effective way to deal with fast players if you're otherwise just dazzled by their speed. So that might work out well for him. He's going with his famous 7-2 right there with a Kaidon. And MicroBlitz is just keeping up. So, so Johnny, you've played Kenny a lot, right? What do you think he has to do in order to beat MicroBlitz?
well, actually, I haven't really played Kenny in a long time. Um,
He's been too busy with school.
yeah,
Uh,
I have played MicroBlizz quite a bit the last couple weeks. Um, I don't know what Kenny should do.
I think Kenny has to focus a lot more on timing, especially when MicroBlizz makes a misdrop. Obviously, both players are really, really fast, but I've noticed that when he makes misdrops, it takes a little bit of time to fix. Of course, Kenny has to not make misdrops as well in that case. I think timing for both players is really important in this game.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a game of looking at your opponent's screen. That's something that kennyboy is really good at. MicroBlizz too, but like you said, he's just so fast that maybe he's able to out APM kennyboy, but not with these misdrops.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you guys know who's the favorite to win in this match?
I thought it was pretty even. I'm not sure how the prediction thread went, but it seems
Do you
pretty
know?
even from my perspective.
I know that MicroBlizz has been practicing a lot for this specific match. I'm not sure if I've seen Kenny around as much, so I don't know if that'll make a difference with how this game progresses. But
Yeah, I think besides today, Kenny hasn't been on for like a week. He must be busy with school, I think.
Do you think these players are playing a lot more safer than they usually do?
Yeah, definitely.
I think Kenny is usually more aggressive, but I see that he's downstacking a lot more, not necessarily doing as much T-spins.
And
Yeah,
MicroBlizz.
I think that he's really trying to work on a strategy, get to the bottom before sending attacks. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that MicroBlizz specifically told me before this match that he plays safer during tournament matches.
The prediction thread is pretty even between these two players. There's a slight trend favoring MicroBlizz winning, but I don't think anyone didn't predict a really close match between these two players.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how these players did in previous TTO matches? I think Kenny got second at one point, or third.
For TTO1, Kenny got third place for TTO1. Yeah.
So both players are very experienced with the tournament setting, and
yeah, I think both of them made top 16 in both of the previous TTOs. I'm not positive. I think so.
Ooh, Kenny had to stop his 4 wide a little early because of that misdrop.
These are definitely top tier North American players here.
Two of the best.
I'm noticing that initially MicroBlizz seems to favor Tetrises or T-spins when he starts the game, whereas kennyboy obviously goes for the 4 wide or T-spins a lot. Do you think do you think this is an effective strategy?
Well, if you're looking at, sorry, you can go ahead.
Yeah, looking at MicroBlizz, since he's such a fast player, I think a T-spin opening for him is fine against a 4 wide, since he can shorten Kenny's combo by a good amount since he's so fast. And
I feel like it exerts a lot of effort, though, stacking all of those pieces.
What do you think the alternative he should do would be?
That was terrible.
That was a lot of misdrops.
Well, when you're looking at those setups, let's see here, you mentioned T-spins, Tetrises, and 4 wide. When I think of T-spins and 4 wide, those are a lot more aggressive to me than just stacking Tetrises, because MicroBlizz has so much less cleanup to do if he just does Tetris openings. So maybe he is taking advantage of his luxury as a faster player to be able to play defensively like that.
Do you consider MicroBlizz a defensive player?
Well, I think Johnny mentioned that he's definitely aiming for that in this match.
Mm-hmm. Some messy garbage over on Kenny's side. I think that's based on what you guys were saying again, that MicroBlizz is being a bit more defensive in this game. Not sending too many lines necessarily, but focusing more on down stacking.
Ooh, making a lot of misdrops though.
Do you think it's because both players are trying to play really fast to keep up with each other?
I think they're unintentionally trying to play fast, or they're unintentionally playing fast. Because for me, I noticed that I do that sometimes on tournaments. I try to play safe, but I end up playing fast for some reason. I don't know why. And then that'll create more misdrops. It's all because of the nerves, I'm sure.
Do you catch yourself at the end of it?
Say what?
Do you catch yourself at the end of it?
Yeah, usually too late, maybe.
That'll be interesting to see if either player slows down near the end to try to catch their nerves.
Yeah.
Kenny opened with a T-spin into a 2-wide right there. That's interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't too effective.
He definitely stacks as high as he can, though, when he makes attacks.
Yeah.
I feel like it's effective because he's a fast player. Unless, obviously, he makes a misdrop like he did there.
Yeah, if you're not a fast player, then if you're against someone like MicroBlizz, you won't even be able to stack so high.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very nice spike by MicroBlizz. If he had sent, I think, 4 more lines, it would have topped Kenny out.
Kenny Boy is having really nice form right here. He made a T-spin single into a T-spin double right there above a Tetris column. And, oh no, never mind. Look at all those misdrops.
He has to get down 4 lines of garbage just to make his hole. What?
I'm surprised he didn't wait to block that T-spin that MicroBlizz just sent.
Yeah.
I mean, MicroBlizz is just keeping him near the top.
Yep.
Something MicroBlizz is really good at is... Oh.
Sorry, MicroBlizz is sending 40 more lines than Kenny Boy right now. He's just, even though we're saying that he's playing so defensively, he's still aggressive in terms of APM right now.
And I feel like he's really good with applying pressure constantly as well. I also noticed that he, rather than sending lines consistently, if that makes sense, he waits to send spikes, which are very effective.
What do you think about that waiting to send spikes? Something that I've noticed you do when playing, I think it was Tetris Online Poland Jitsu, is you let you placed a piece that wasn't an attack in order to receive garbage, and that way nothing in your attack would be defense, and that lets you send more lines before. So is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I actually didn't know that I did that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's beneficial to receive straight garbage when you can, so that you can send it back to the opponent, as quickly as you can. Obviously, you can only do this when you feel safe. At the bottom of the field, or I mean at the top if you can downstack through it. And these players are very even right now, 6-5.
And Kenny Boy's only pulled out his 4-wide twice. We might see him pull it out a couple more times if the match ends up getting desperate, but it doesn't look like it's going in that direction. Just neck and neck right here.
And there's a certain risk with doing a 4-wide as well, in my opinion, because if you do misdrop and you're at the top of the field, you have a higher chance of topping out, as well as not finishing your combo.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Boy has something going for him in that he uses the center 4-wide, which is a lot better for receiving garbage. Something that goes back to what we were just talking about what you can really do with the center forward is receive as much garbage as possible before doing your attack, just so that you are sending as many lines as possible, since it's pretty much guaranteed that you're not going to be attacked while you're doing your forward. MicroBlizz is at the bottom of the field right now, just stacking way up with his 6-3 setup. Ooh, another misdrop.
I don't know if you guys saw this setup that Kenny did, but I can't remember what it was, but it was really risky, and it seems like he's just recovering from it. He made a lot of misdrops afterwards, and had a lot of messy garbage sent to him as well.
Was it like right at the beginning? Did he do it as an opener?
I don't remember. Sorry.
Let's see if he does it again. Kennyboy is comboing down right now and making this another close match. And we're seeing the hurry up garbage come already. Let's see how these players react to that. Oh. That means MicroBlizz is 2 games ahead right now with 7-5.
When it comes to hurry up garbage, what do you guys think is the best strategy to go with? Because I know for MicroBlizz, he says that he just wants to be as aggressive as possible, just send as many lines as possible to top out his opponent, and he finds that strategy works the best for him. So what do you guys think?
The funny thing is, I think I was talking to Kenneth about this as well, and he talked about how he sent as much garbage as possible during hurry up garbage as well, or during hurry up. So it's interesting to see both players maximizing on the lines that they can send. I'm not necessarily sure if they look at each other's screens when they do so, but I feel like that's the most important aspect during hurry up garbage. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, when you're sending all that garbage, I think that it's really great, and it definitely maximizes your chances of winning, but not if it means that you're going to make a misdrop. Like Kennyboy was doing really well during hurry up, then he just made this fatal misdrops at the end, and that cost him the game. We're seeing both players open with TKIs, 3 wide on Kennyboy's side, 4 wide on MicroBlizz's.
Ooh, bad misdrop on MicroBlizz's side.
I think MicroBlizz had a 4-win streak before that.
Yeah, he was gaining a lot of momentum.
So it's good that Kennyboy was able to break that and anything bad happened. And it's still pretty even within the match.
Yeah.
I feel like these players are experienced enough to not feel the pressure, or at least not focus as much on it while they're playing their games. They seem to be handling it pretty well, actually.
Yeah. I think they definitely feel the pressure. Sorry, I think they definitely feel the pressure, but they're experienced enough not to break down due to the pressure. For sure.
I think it's really interesting to see. I'm seeing that that 4 wides and other combos are just really picking up steam, gaining popularity in the double eliminations of this TTO3, and I think that might have something to do with the recent discussion with it, where for a while it was considered cheap, but now it's considered a viable strategy and something that takes a lot of skill to execute. So since you're able to be respected and do it, now players are feeling that they can take up the combos and break in wins using them.
Did people consider it cheap beforehand? Is that what you were saying?
Well, some people. It's been controversial like that. There's never really been any straight up opinion or or else it wouldn't have been invented in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I actually had a combo war with MicroBlizz, I think last week, and I just did 3-wide, but he said that he never uses 4-wide during matches, or like he just typically doesn't do it because he can't do it at all. So I think he definitely considers comboing at least somewhat of a skill. And as we can see, Kenneth uses it so much during his gameplay as well.
I'm just really impressed with a lot of aspects of Kenny's speed right here. Like that he keeps pulling out the Kaidan. I don't know, I really like the Kaidan. And yeah, there he goes with his 4-wide again, shortened by the fact that he didn't up-stack enough in his first and second columns. MicroBlizz has this huge thing that looks like what? Like a super T-spin double over something else. But it was enough to top the guy out.
I think Kenneth... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know if that was a good option for Kenny Boy to go for that 4-wide mid-game. He was pretty high on the field, and he wasn't really in any position to build up that.
I also saw an eyepiece misdrop, but I wasn't too sure about that at the end of it. Morning. You should explain that setup to the viewers.
Which setup? Kaidan?
Yes.
Okay, so when I'm talking about a Kaidan, it goes under a lot of names. Like Blink is going to call that thing a Blink S/Z prop, and then Japanese players call it a Kaidan. But pretty much what it is you're looking at this field, and it's like, I've got all these zigzaggy lines. What do I do? And you don't know what to do. Then you're like, hey, I know. And so you put your S or your Z piece right there, and then magically there's a place for a T-spin. But if you get really good at it, you can predict it. So that's what he's doing. It's really nice for like if you have a diagonal on the very edge of your column right next to your Tetris column, if you're stacking Tetrises way over on the left or the right. And so that makes it so that you have a much flatter playing field afterward. And it also has the benefit of you being able to do a Tetris with a T-spin with a Tetris column without breaking the back-to-back. Kenny Boy has a nice setup right there. If he does, oh man, if he did a Tetris right there, he would have had a T-spin into it. That was the failest wide I've seen.
That was a nice setup, but he just didn't get the right pieces. And he got lucky garbage, too.
Yeah.
And it seems like MicroBlizz is picking up his momentum again.
Sorry guys, I had to do something really quickly. What's happening?
So here they go. They're doing stuff. MicroBlizz is using the 7-2 stack, which I think is really interesting. And Kenny Boy is just reverting back to his solid technique. But as we're seeing, these misdrops are just making or breaking the games here. And we're just not seeing either player slow down for that, like Johnny was saying.
Ooh, lots of messy garbage on Kenneth's side.
Ooh, that makes it 12-7.
12-7, wow.
MicroBlizz has just really pulled away here. Kenny would need a good comeback.
So based on what you've seen, what would you say Kenneth has to do to catch up to MicroBlizz?
Man, this guy has just got to like do the cheapest thing that he can do. And like, no, that's not fair. But then he's like, no, I won. And you see, it doesn't really matter anymore because he won.
I guess that's a good way to put it.
But Kenny is an old school player. He's, he fights with honor. We're not going to see him do any cheap tactics.
I'm not sure what you mean by cheapest strategies possible. Are you talking about comboing or just?
Oh, I'm very neutral on this. There's no such thing as a cheap tactic. I'm just saying if he were to win, then.
Oh, I see. Spider!
That's setting up for fractal right there.
No.
Oh, as you called it, spider.
I guess.
That's a really nice spike for Kenny Boy.
Mhm.
Looks like MicroBlizz was getting a little too comfortable. What about you, Johnny? What do you think Kenny Boy's got to do to catch up?
I think step one is get rid of the misdrops, but I guess he can't really control that much. I don't know.
Yeah, Johnny, haven't you played him like 40,000 games now?
Kenny?
MicroBlizz.
MicroBlizz? Yeah.
So you know strategies.
I thought about his weakness or something.
MicroBlizz doesn't have a weakness. What are you guys talking about?
Well, it seems like Kenneth is gonna have to find one to pull something out of this game.
Maybe you should try to like send more messy garbage. Switch it up a bit.
I know both of them were talking about how their internet connection was pretty poor. Do you think that has something to do with all of their misdrops, or is it just nerves or TetrisFriends in general?
I think it's more nerves right now.
Neither of these players are like typing in the shout box lag or anything like that. We usually see that if a player is just really frustrated with how their internet connection is affecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if Kenny did something like ask MicroBlizz really nicely to lose, and MicroBlizz being Canadian is just too polite to turn him down or something. I don't know.
I feel like it takes Kenneth a little bit longer to clear through messy garbage compared to MicroBlizz. He had a lot of straight garbage down there, but I guess he couldn't get to it because of clearing that one single garbage hole. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, there's all sorts of situations like that where he's just like, down stacking, doesn't get the right pieces. He just needs to really, really focus right here. Ooh, look at that O donation. This guy is on his game.
Very straight garbage being sent right now.
MicroBlizz made a misdrop right there at a good time too, because Kenny was pretty high on his matrix. Let's see if he can capitalize on that. Look at that spike he's sending right there. That MicroBlizz is able to combo right out of it. It's just going back and forth right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there it goes again. Like we were talking about how great Kenny's doing, and then just another misdrop, and he has to spend time fixing it. And suddenly he's the one that's high up on his matrix.
Ooh, eyepiece misdrop for MicroBlizz.
Mm-hmm.
He fixes it nicely though.
MicroBlizz is just really pushing Kenny to the top right here. And Kenny's comboing down every time. Ooh, I think that's going to be it.
Yep.
So that makes this game point, right? Like 14-8?
It might be 13 or 14.
Actually,
Yep.
not really. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually thought initially that Kenneth was a lot more offensive compared to MicroBlitz, but I'm seeing that he's canceling a lot more lines. And consistently, MicroBlitz has sent a lot more compared to Kenneth, which is interesting to me at least.
Yeah, I thought Kenny was more offensive too. It might be just that
There
he
he
hasn't
goes.
practiced much.
Yeah, in game point, he's pulling out the 4 wide again. Pulling no punish.
That's a nice down stack by MicroBlitz. I think he cleared through all of his garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But also sent a lot of straight garbage to Kenneth as well.
If I were MicroBlitz, what would I be thinking right now? You know, game point fell. This could all be over, and I could be onto playing Wendy Law if I just won one match.
Don't misdrop. That's probably what he's thinking.
I think that's probably accurate.
There's just a lot of back and forth action going on.
Yeah, it's a
Honestly, yeah, what's up?
It's a seesaw match right now.
It's a seesaw match.
Those are the fun ones.
Oh.
Oh man, double misdrop? Are you kidding me? Oh, but he's getting out of it. Still, okay, it looks like he's kind of lucky, you know, both of them make a misdrop at the same time. And we have 10 seconds till hurry up garbage. Then the pressure is really going to be put on both of them. Here it comes.
Ooh, nice downset combo from Kenny.
That was a good game. He's making a good comeback.
Yeah.
Let's see if he sticks with this 4-wide. It seems to be working out for him when he's able to stack it properly.
No 4-wide this time.
Nope.
But you
I think it's
get some lucky garbage.
Wow, he's just already pushed MicroBlitz to the top, but since it's all clean garbage, MicroBlitz is able to send it all back.
Ooh, some back-to-back misdrops from Micro. Oh, and Kenny's setting up for his 4-wide, side 4-wide.
That's a pretty nice combo right there. Look at all that messy garbage. He has opportunity to spike him out.
There it is.
Ooh. So now he's made it to 10, I believe. He only needs like four more matches to trigger the win by 2.
All right, here comes the center forward.
If he's able
And
to
he
put
gets good garbage. He gets back-to-back good garbage.
Yeah, but, oh, he went for the Tetris. That always messes up at the forward.
Yeah.
Unless you're really good at doing a forward modulo 2, so like 2 pieces in the middle of your forward, but it's kind of rare for someone to be really good at that. Only players like Rudibo are really good at that.
Kennyboy's now on a 3-game winning streak.
I feel like MicroBlizz is getting a little bit nervous, especially when he's seeing Kennyboy making that center forward, especially because he's misdropping a lot more during his openings. I think it's because he's trying to play faster to send lines to keep up with Kennyboy's forward. But I noticed that Kennyboy did not do a forward this time.
He seems so reluctant to do it, even though it works out for him.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, it's relatively new. I think it was only made like 2-3 years ago, or 3-4 years ago by a secret salamander. And so this isn't like one of the classic T-spin techniques right here. There was a thread earlier this week that was, I think it ended earlier this week, that highlighted the controversy that surrounded forward, but I don't think that really applies for a player like Kennyboy, who uses just about everything else whenever he possibly can manage. Look at that guy.
Kennyboy would...
Yeah, he's like 4-game win streak right now. This guy's gonna come back.
I think it's a combination of MicroBlizz starting to get a bit nervous, and I know Kennyboy is really good under pressure.
Do you think he has a chance of catching up?
He only needs 2 more games, so there's
2 more
definitely
games.
a chance.
I'm seeing a lot more misdrops on MicroBlitz's side.
Oh yeah, wow.
Especially multiple misdrops. I feel like it's because they're playing so fast. They set down multiple pieces, and if they misdrop one, they obviously misdrop the rest of them as well. Which is so bad because it takes such a long time to clear, especially what you saw there. So one more game, and then if Kenneth wins one more game, then actually I don't know where I was gonna go with that.
Then we're at
games. Oh, right, it's win by Shh.
The thing with MicroBlizz is that he's so fast, which is very impressive. But when he gets nervous, that makes him play faster. So when you start to rely on speed as something to fall back on, that's really dangerous, because that's when you start to misdrop, as we're seeing.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised at how differently Kenneth is playing compared to the beginning of the match. I feel like he's focusing a lot more now. Less misdrops, and he seems to have finally gotten into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I saw that. Last game, there were a couple of minutes when he was really hesitating just so that he could be efficient with his pieces. I think that Johnny really hit the nail on the head, that that's what he needed to do.
Ooh,
That's a pretty nice spike by MicroBlizz. Oh, and there we go.
That's it.
That's the match.
Good games, everyone. That was so good.
So now MicroBlizz will proceed to play Hebo Mai in round 3, and Kennyboy will go to the losers bracket to play Ajahn Ba. Thanks for watching.
Good job, everyone. That was fantastic. Okay, what about now?